Hey everybody, it's Tuesday, January 27th, 2026. The concrete guys have been out here finishing up the forms. They had the final inspection today, which we passed. One of the questions that the building official had when I ran into him later today was that he was wondering where the board was back here for the back of the garage, but we are going to have a zero entry garage. Because when Emily's mom and dad come to visit, and she's got her scooters here, and having that zero entry is going to be real easy for her to get in and out of the house. Plus there's going to be a closet here to charge her scooters and things like that. So the garage is supposed to have a nice little slope to it. Kind of interested and curious to see how that goes when they're doing it. But that's the purpose of no form back here. If you look there in the back corner, you'll see the other 2x4s back there. That's where the walk-in showers are, and we decided to do zero entry showers. That one's going to have a bench. So that is so that the concrete foundation is recessed, so that when they lay the tile in the showers, they have to build it up to meet the thickness of your tile so that you end up with a zero entry shower. Got the forms back here for the back porch. So there's going to be a door right there. Kitchen sink's there, but there's going to be a door here. Third bedroom and third bathroom. And then again, the second master suite. But now that you see these other boards come up, sitting here looking at it thinking, man, this thing's just too big. But now you see that, you know, a big chunk of it is a porch, and then the front porch up there, it's, you know, it's starting to get a little bit more reasonable. But regardless, again, we got to wait for the weather to warm up so that we can pour concrete. Good morning, everybody. Let's fast forward. It's Friday, February 6th. It is about 5:45 a.m. and they are here and ready to start pumping concrete. It's about 30 degrees right now. It's warming up to 70. The low tonight is like 45. So with the cold weather that we've had, concrete got delayed, and this is the next 3 days. We've got a window where it's in the 70s and lows in the 40s. So here we go. We're about to have a foundation. We got another truck behind this one. I don't know if it's what was supposed to be the strongest wall. Guess I'm eating my words here, but when they started pumping the concrete in there, that wall separated. So it's 8 o'clock in the morning. These guys have been going pretty hard for about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. The thing the guys got right there is a power screeder. It's a battery operated screeder that smooths out and flattens the concrete and vibrates at the same time. It's pretty wild. Now that we have some daylight, you can see that they are dealing with the wall that, let's say, collapsed. It's not really part of the stem wall. That is, again, that's the wall they had to scab on because the foundation was drawn 1 foot shorter. And I guess what happened is they decided to fill up the gap in the bricks first. And I guess they were supposed to fill up the bricks first. So either way, what they've got to do is they're going to build a wooden form, and then they need to fill that form up with concrete so they can have the finished floor. And then they will come in and they will build the blocks up to the finished floor. So, dealing with that. I mean, it's really aesthetics, but again, all this is going to be stucco finish, so you'll never see it, but just a little wild. But they're making good progress. It's now almost 10 o'clock. Again, making really good progress. This is changing again. So I am waiting for the engineer to show up, because versus doing a little bit of concrete there and then building blocks up, they've now decided that they're going to do a wooden form there and just pour solid concrete. But they need the engineer to come out and look at it and basically sign off on how it's going to be done. So they're obviously putting tons of pins in there. Pretty crazy. So the progress continues. They've almost got that form done over there. Met with the engineer, kind of gave him a hard time, but he's a good guy. Everybody's doing an awesome job. So I'm gonna head in, do some actual work, and come back here to a hopefully a very nice, smoothed out foundation. Very impressive. Here we are, it's 2:30 in the afternoon. The final delivery of concrete just arrived. That needed it for the back patio right there. They've got the guys on the power trowel out there moving around. They got this form up, and that entire wall there is now just rebar and solid concrete with a bunch of dowels in it. Emily was curious on why this is recessed. Again, this is the zero entry shower, or one of the zero entry showers. So that's why that's recessed. And then again, they're just moving right along. This gentleman here is working on the other recessed shower. And then we've got the delivery of plywood, 2x4s, 2x6s. And then looks like cloth for the roof, the whole 9 yards. They plan to start framing on Monday. So either way, little minor hiccups, but it's coming together, looking really good. Here we are, it's about 5:30, still Friday, February 6th. And they're pretty much just finishing up on the concrete. They're already taking down the forms. They've got chalk lines for where the expansion joints need to be cut. And we have a foundation out here at Deer Run Farm.